Thought I'd better give you guys an update. So we went and burnt some rubbish. I had to take the bales down to spray the bank because the bank got a little warm. Probably would have been alright because it's quite wet out, but you know, don't want to go too far ahead and do something silly. We have got ourselves a 3-door 110, which is going to get converted to a 5-door, and we've also, I'll show a clip right here of a bit of water that we're planning on doing a dam with. Sadly, we've got 10 litres per second and probably not going to be enough to really produce much, but we're looking at if we can get about between 8 and 10 amps up at the 24-hour power shed. That'd be quite cool. We will have the wheel work down there at 220 volts, 3-phase PMA alternator, and then it'll come up via a cable 430 meters into the shed, where it will get converted from that to 48 volt DC charging. So a bit like the whatchamacallit, apart from we have to change it to DC before we can put it into the controller. And then we're going to do another one way over in the valley, way over there, which will be about 7 meters high, and that will have a Peloton wheel sort of set up in it, which will give us another 500 watts of power, and then that will come another 400 and something odd meters roughly that direction. Might be a little bit longer, give or take, to the 24-hour power shed, and that will give us roughly then about 14 to 20 amps of charge. The Peloton wheel I think would work all year round. The water wheel I think would only work in the winter time, but it's the winter time when we need the power, so that's the plan. Anyway, so hello to Discovery. We've been bringing stuff up here, so this project is now underway, kind of. So we've got to jack this up and have it above ground so we can put the piles in for it, and I think there's 9 of them that's got to go in. Our plan is so we fill these, cut the tops out of these 40-gallon drums, or 205 litre drums, and put these in so we can move them around with the digger. And the plan is to stick them on either 4 corners, sit the building on top of them, and then we can take this container base out that's underneath, because it's actually screwed to that, and we're going to slip these H irons underneath, or RSJs, or whatever you want to call them, big bits of steel. We'll cut these off so they're nice and flush, and then we'll put them on, and then I might bring the welder up and weld some brackets to it to bolt it to the building, just to give it a bit of extra support. If not, we'll just run a strap underneath. Once we get that jacked up, then we've got 2 32-foot cabins going alongside. So we've got the one down on the trailer, way down there, and then we've got the one that's alongside the house, which is there, which I haven't used. It will come along here. So stay tuned, because it's all happening.